What's good, guys? It's your boy Justin J coming to you with another car video. Let's cook, boys. Let's cook. All right, the power of no contact. This is why you should never argue with a woman. Just go no contact. Men don't understand that a woman's greatest power, her greatest strength, it comes from you not knowing your greatest power and your greatest strength. See, what a lot of dudes will do is try to make up for lost time or try to, resolve an argument that they probably didn't even start in the first place. You see, when a woman is being argumentative with you, when she's trying to, just shake everything up, 9 times out of 10, she's looking for her way out and she wants you to do it. So just do it. Go no contact. A lot of dudes, they get this mistaken. Well, I have to calm my woman down. I have to fix this mess. I have to fix the problem. Maybe I'm the problem. No, it is not your job to become a cleanup man. It's a value for value in a relationship. And remember, if it's casual, if you guys keep seeing each other, you're going out and you're dating and stuff like that, or if it's a long-term relationship, fiance, marriage, it's value for value because those are relationships. They're just in different forms. So never think that you have to become a garbage man, a street sweeper. You do not deserve to be a doormat that gets walked all over. And then you're chasing behind her trying to figure out what's wrong and fix it. No, because it's like a relationship is like this. When glass shatters and there's pieces all over the floor, you can never pick up every piece and put it back together and have, the glass look, like it never happened. It just doesn't happen that way. See, in relationships, something should never come out of a woman's mouth that would not be conducive to your relationship because you cannot take back things when you say them, depending on what it is. No matter how many times you say, I'm sorry, no matter how many times you say, well, I was wrong and I shouldn't have, depending on what you said, there's no turning back. A lot of dudes are getting their feelings hurt out here because they can't execute no contact. They're trying to argue with a woman. They're trying to reason with a woman. Do you understand your power as a man? Does she give you the ring or do you give her the ring? And like I said, short term, long term, it all starts somewhere. So don't think, oh, well, this is just short term. I can accept disrespect and I can, put up with everything because she's a baddie though. No, that's not being a man. That's not manly. That's not how it works. So if a woman's ever trying to argue with you, just know this too. When a woman's trying to argue with you like that, she's used to having her way with dudes. She doesn't respect you like that. She thinks that she can put you in your place. That's not how it works. So if you're on the phone with a chick and she's like, oh, well, I saw this and why'd you like this girl's picture and da-da-da-da-da. See, a woman can ask you a question, but when she's badgering you, when she's like trying to bully you into a corner, click. Why'd you hang up on me? Because I'm a man. You're not going to speak to me that way. And if you think that you can speak to me that way, there's the door. It's really that simple. Never try to fight to keep someone in your life. I keep hearing this too. Well, you didn't fight. Typically when chicks are trying to take a kid away from the father or, they're feeling some type of way about maybe something he did, he went somewhere and you were supposed to tell me when you went here. No, a man doesn't have to tell you anything. A man does not have to tell a woman his every move. That whole rhetoric of you didn't fight hard enough. What? I didn't know I had to fight to keep something that wanted to stay. I didn't know I had to fight to, keep everything intact when we were intact. I didn't know I had to fight to keep this boat afloat. You know what I mean? Like this ship afloat because we were floating. You're causing us to drown. You want us to drown and then you want us to keep afloat. That doesn't make any sense here. Never get caught up in that. Never get caught up in, well, I'm so in love and we've got this time in and this, that, and the third. No, never argue with a chick because here's the thing. You release all your powers. Women love nonchalant men. Women love men that they can't knock off their square. So if you go chase behind her or you start arguing with her, what? We got one. We got him. Look at him getting emotional, letting me control him as opposed to him controlling the situation and really not giving into it. Because as a man, your job is to not be emotional. As a man, your job is to be a deductive problem solver. She runs to you. See, this is why I don't understand the whole aspect of fear. When men fear women fear things. you know, and dudes want to be all extra vulnerable and emotional. A woman comes to you for that. You're the protector. You're the provider. You're the, like, when she gets emotional, she fears things. She needs protection. She needs a man to go to for all of that. Even, let's take it outside of relationships. Why do women love their father? They love their father the most if he's in the picture, because he protects her. When she's emotional, she goes to him. That's the same thing. When you're in a relationship with a chick, just think like, I'm your father now. Would a woman sit there and argue with her father if she respects him? No, because his word, it's it. That's his word. He puts his foot down and there it is. Just always remember that. When you're in a relationship and you're moving towards the long term and all of that, you are this chick's daddy. You're her father. It's funny because when you're having sex or you're in the bed, you're like, call me daddy. But you really are her daddy. See, when you think very sexual, you're always going to miss things. This is about leadership here. And if she doesn't respect your leadership, well, it's time to go. No contact is so powerful and effective because you run a tight ship. You do not play any games. When a woman is your girlfriend or you're in a relationship with her, that's literally like a job. Would a chick tell her job, oh, I'm not doing that, and blah, 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 and maybe you should change things around. I don't care if this company's been here for 20 years. You know who I am? Does a woman talk to her boss like that? Does she write a long ass letter to the company like that? Or does she shut up, get to work on time, and just do the job? Same thing with a man. She just does the job for a man that she respects. See, a lot of dudes think that when women are out here, blah, 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 I don't need no man, and I'm strong, and I'm independent, and I can do bad all by myself, and blah, blah, blah. They have not bumped into a man that they love, admire, and respect. Because let's be real. A woman can spew all that toxic stuff. Once she bumps into the man that she really wants, she's going to shape up. Because if she doesn't shape up, she's cut. Because that man knows I'm the star of my own movie. And if you don't want to read the lines from my script, you're cut. And I will find somebody else that will read the lines from my script. And they will get compensated. They will get the benefits of being with me. But when you do sit and let a chick argue with you and feel as though she can do this, do you know that tarnishes the way other people see you? Because a woman wants to be proud of you. And even when she speaks to her family or speaks to her friends, she wants to be proud of you. To the point where one of her girlfriends could be like, yo, well, I do this to my man and I treat my man like this. And she's listening and she's like, God damn, I'm proud of what I have. And she tells her, shit, that would never fly with my man. You understand? And then they will look at their friends' relationships or look at outside relationships and they think, damn, that's really goofy. That's really goofy because look at the way she acts off of how her dude allows her to act. And my man, we barely have any problems because he acts like a man. Telling you right now, the moment you step outside of yourself and you start getting emotional and you argue back and forth with a woman, she's already won. See, when you argue with a woman, as a man, you're very logical. Women can always fall back on emotions, so you already lost. Oh, well, you made me feel this way. You made me cry. I thought about this the whole day and I wasn't even feeling like myself. I didn't want to get out of bed. See, she always has something to run to, even if you win the argument with logic. So don't ever argue with them. They're always going to find a way to spin it and put it on you. And if you're not a man's man, you're going to feel bad about it. You're going to go buy flowers. You're going to go try to take her out. You're going to go try to pick her up and show her all this stuff because you're like, oh, I'm sorry. I feel bad about what happened. No. The problem with relationships are you're supposed to get your woman upset. You're supposed to disappoint her. Because when you see how she reacts to it, if she's still willing to stay around, not be a problem, she really likes you, really loves you. She's really trying to make things work. Things are not going to be all rainbows and sunshine and butterflies in a relationship. You have to have hard talks in the beginning. You have to really get deep with stuff. But don't ever sit there and think that, oh, well, I have to keep this surface level and not really upset her. And what is she going to think if I say this or if I move this way? You're a man. You're the leader. A woman is never going to be 100% happy. Never. Never. This chick can have $1 million in her bank account, be thriving, have her own business, you know, really have her looks, all that stuff, and will still find something to complain about. Remember that. Like this whole like going back and forth and chit-chatting with a chick and, you know, trying to get one up on her and stuff. No contact. No contact. You can have a discussion. You can talk. You can converse. But to be arguing, you know how many times you'll see like people in the streets arguing, like a boyfriend, girlfriend type of vibe, and they're arguing in the streets and they think that they're justified to argue in the streets and they're trying to prove a point to each other, you know, and people walking around on the outside are looking at them like, damn, they trifling. Damn, they're crazy. Damn. And then another couple will walk past and be like, I'm glad we don't have those problems. Because there's a man leading that woman. That couple that's thinking like, damn, they look crazy. What are they doing? That's a man and a woman. A real man and a real woman. When you sit here and you get mad, everybody's going to get angry. Everybody's going to experience frustration and get, you know, irritated by things. But never let it make you come outside of your masculine frame and start arguing with a chick. Because see, you're supposed to be the calm in the storm. You're supposed to be the answer. You're supposed to be the guidance. And when a woman really loves you or likes you a lot, she's going to even tell you how much she appreciates you for the way you are, for how much she can learn from you. But if a woman is like just telling you you're not that dude, with the yelling, putting her hands in your face, all this stuff, doing goofy stuff to get a reaction out of you, no contact. And see, even for the short term, you might have a chick that's doing things and it's getting you outside of your frame, or she might be doing things to get under your skin. No contact. We're not dealing with her, because that's just showing you what you have coming for you in the long term. I don't understand why dudes can't just walk away from a chick that doesn't respect them. It's only going to get worse, because the one argument that you have, look, if you have an argument with a chick and she never comes back around and she's like, yo, listen, I never want that to happen again. I didn't like the way that felt. I never want you to be upset with me. You know, I don't want that to happen again. If she doesn't come like that, it's going to happen again. You know, recently, even, you know, my main chick, you know, I said something to her that signaled off to her. I didn't like what she just said, or what, I forgot what she just did. And she started crying. I said in a calm voice, she started crying. And I'm like, why are you crying? Use your words. Talk to me. She's like, I just don't want to disappoint you. I don't want to let you down. Do you understand? When a woman respects you, something that you don't like, something that you don't want to take place between you, they will literally go as far as to start crying, because they're like, yo, I really don't want to disappoint you, because they understand that you are the opportunity. You understand your powers. You understand that you're a leader. And it ain't just going to go like that. Your word is your word. When you put your foot down, you put your foot down, and you don't even have to yell. There's no going back and forth. Now, imagine she would have been like, well, you can't talk to me like that. I'm a woman and blah, 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 blah. She knows I will quickly show her the door. You see how that works? It's not about being cold-hearted. It's not about being a mean person. It's about knowing your worth. I'm not arguing with the woman. Because once you start arguing and raising your voice and getting out of character, getting out of your masculine frame, she's already seen you in a light where she ain't going to be able to respect you, especially if it keeps happening over and over again. She does something that you don't like. You move outside of yourself and you're like, hey, don't do that again. I shouldn't have to tell you blah, 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 blah. No. Your actions, no contact. No contact. The best response sometimes is no response. You dudes have to start adapting to that mindset. The best response is no response in a lot of the cases with women. Women only respect silence. Women only respect when you turn around and respect yourself. That's the only thing they respect. Because look, if it wasn't like that, women would shape up after one argument, after two arguments. I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt here. But they don't. They just keep going on with the rah-rah and the blah-blah. So that within it of itself proves to you that as a man, you have to be that solid rock. No matter how you want to deal with a chick, short term. Well, you know, we only see each other once every 2 weeks. I want more of your time. Why can't I see you? Because I'm working. I have a business. I'm doing things. I'm signing contracts. I'm writing books. I have a lot of stuff going on. Now, if you can't accept what I'm offering, then we can just part ways right here. That's how it has to be. Not, you know what, babe, I'll put aside what I'm doing to give you more of my time. So then, you know, what I have going on will be affected for you. I don't care how much he argues and kicks and screams. I want to see you. I want to see you. This isn't fair. It's going to be the same way. I'm going to say the same thing. And if she can't respect that, she's got to go. Because there's no way I'm arguing with a chick, to give her more time and attention. See, that's another thing. When you argue, you're giving attention. You're kind of rewarding bad behavior when you're feeding into it and talking, because here's the thing. A woman must earn your time and attention. To even be in your presence should be a blessing. To even be in your presence should feel like a present with a big bow around it. You ever meet up with a chick that's really into you and she's always giddy? She's got that smile as soon as she sees you, because she understands, to her, just being in your presence is a blessing. So no chick is ever going to try to rock the boat when she respects you like that. Starting arguments, bringing drama to the situation, starting lies, trying to gaslight, trying to manipulate. It just will not happen. And if it does, feel free to execute that no contact. And it could even be in the slightest form. If she says something slick, you never let it get you outside of your frame. You're like, all right, cool. This chick thinks she's funny. I'm going to teach her something. No contact, right? And then you'll slowly see this chick like, oh, she sees the pattern of whenever she tries to sway a certain way and you just go no contact. She's like, oh, I can't move this man. So I have to get down or lay down. If I can't beat him, I might as well join him. But when you sit there and argue with a female, she's like, I don't need to join this guy. I don't need to be on his program. He's trying to be on my program. He's trying to explain himself to me. Weak behavior. See, women are very cutthroat in their mind. It's just that when they say things outwardly, it doesn't come across like that. That's the manipulation part of it. Women think one thing, say another thing. Remember that. So when you're acting like, you care so much that you're willing to argue, she already knows in her mind that she's got you. She doesn't have to follow you, bro. She doesn't have to follow your plan. She doesn't have to follow your leadership. She doesn't have to do what you say. Your word means nothing to her if you're willing to go back and forth and argue. And a lot of people would think when you argue, it shows that you care. A woman would get you to believe that when you argue, it shows that you care. But why do they run around making these TikToks and, making these little clips when the nonchalant dude starts getting angry with the little laughing emoji, the giddy emoji? When you get the nonchalant out of him, when you make the nonchalant disappear from him and all that stuff, because they are not attracted to you when you start arguing. They know that they've already got you where they want you. But why do they always make the clips of, oh, I just love a nonchalant guy? It's always the guy who's not paying attention to me that I like the most. It's always the guy that's making me work for his attention, that I'm always like placing myself in his vicinity, or I'm trying my hardest to get his attention. Or I just love me a nonchalant guy. Why do they act like that and say those things? Because that guy cannot be moved. He doesn't care about her looks. He doesn't care about her box. He doesn't care about the way she dresses. He doesn't care about her lashes. He doesn't care about her job. He doesn't care about anything but the mission. She doesn't even know what the mission is. Women will see a dude out in public, right, that's just very nonchalant, all about himself. And they're just like, yo, there's something about this dude. Because he doesn't care. He's not making it a big deal. You understand? That's why they gravitate towards those men. So if you're ever in a relationship, don't argue with your woman. Lead your woman. All of that arguing and fighting, like couples actually fight, like fist fight. They swing on each other. And then they like make up and then they think that that's love. No, that's abuse. So whenever a chick is trying to play some goofy game with you, get you outside of your frame, make you think that something's wrong with the way you do things, so you need to compensate, like overcompensate by trying to fix things and be a cleanup dude. No, it's not the right relationship for you, bro. Everything's supposed to flow. Everything's supposed to go accordingly. See, most people fail in relationships because they're like, well, this is supposed to happen at this stage, and if this doesn't happen, it's not right. And if this happens, it's right. But then you will let a chick argue with you, and then somehow you don't understand that that's not supposed to happen that way. Oh, every couple goes through an argument. What? Show her the door. Remember, you have powers as a man, and you release them to a woman when you don't even realize what you got going on. When you don't even realize that you're in control of the relationship. You give her the relationship. You give her the ring. See, a lot of dudes are getting bagged by these women. A lot of dudes are getting, to be quite honest, she's doing the fucking. You're not really doing it. If you're getting emotional and trying to bend to a woman's will, no, not at all. It's my way or there's no way, because I give you the relationship. I give you the ring. So always keep that in your mind, man. No contact, very powerful. We're not chit-chatting. We're not going back and forth. None of that. Because see, it'll start out, just you, and then it'll transition into public. How many times have you seen a couple arguing in public where she's being very disrespectful, or even around your own family members? She's like being like argumentative. She's not giving you that respect that you deserve in front of your loved ones. That's when you got a major problem. Major problem. Or in front of your friends, major problem. Your friends are looking at you. Best believe your friends are looking at you like, damn, she runs this. Whenever people think, damn, she's running shit. Or I used to do this at my job, right, in the restaurant, and just to get reactions. And I really understood how many men are simps out here. I used to be like, who's the boss? And he'd point at her. And she's like, mm-hmm. And I'd be like, wow, inside my head. Wow, I dare a chick that I'm with. If somebody ever asks us that question, I dare her. I dare her to say, well, I am. I dare her. Why would I even point to her? See, that's this big joke too. That's why dudes will accept the arguing and accept the combativeness. Because it's like, oh, my wife made me sleep on the couch. I'm in the doghouse. You know what I mean? No, I don't know what you mean. And I will never know what you mean because I control the relationship. Never accept all of that. Don't argue with a woman. Stay true to yourself and be that masculine leader that she needs. And if she don't want to get under your program or under your leadership, just go no contact. It's your boy, Justin J. Get with you boys in the next video. Like, comment, subscribe. Let's go, boys. Let's go.